This is Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 46. We focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a managed point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, our new ones, our OGs. Thank you for hanging with the fellas.
What up?
On today's show, is Kevin Durant's mom emasculating him?
Let me think about it. Yeah.
J.Lo is getting ready to launch her fourth marriage, but she says her first two didn't count.
Let me guess. The two who are no names.
Yeah, those two. And we break down the red table talk, all that and more, right now. All right, man. You ready? Yep. This is the MRA podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. We got some feedback, homie.
And what they talking about?
It's this is from Karen from Kansas. It seemed like you were going to give a list of things for fathers to look out for in regards to being railroaded by the authorities. But Kamal gave one example, then stopped. We're talking about the Central Park 5 episode when we talked about that on episode 45. As a white single mother raising a black son on her own, I want to learn all that I can. Thanks, gentlemen. Totally love your show. Kamal, the pressure's on you, man.
Okay.
You're going to save a child one listener at a time.
Well, Karen, I gave one example, but that one example is very, very key. And that was teach your son not to say anything to the police. When he's in custody, he is a suspect. All right? So they suspect him of a crime.
Yes.
And you don't want your son to say anything that helps them convict your son.
Yes.
All right, because he is a child. Mm-hmm. And these are grown-ups. These are professionals. This is what they do for a living. Your son doesn't deal with the cops for a living, but they deal with suspects and trip people up for a living.
Yes.
All right, and so as long as he's in there by himself and he thinks he's helping himself out, most of the time, they're going to manipulate your son to get him to say exactly what they want and disregard everything else they don't need, like almost like editing. Yeah, like all the shit that he said that they don't really want. Like I didn't do it. That's hitting the edit room floor. Yes. All right. So make sure you let your son know if he ever gets picked up, and if he's 100% innocent and doesn't matter. Don't say anything unless his parents are there or his lawyer is there. Don't say anything. It says it in the Miranda rights. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Let's disregard can and focus on the word will. Yes. Because it will be used against you.
It absolutely will. And what kids don't realize, and this is something that they're delusional. And we're going to talk about, young ladies being raised a certain way so that they're delusional. And it's the same thing with children. They don't realize that the police will lie to them.
No.
They don't realize their parents lie, police lie, teachers lie, the principal lie. They don't think adults lie. They think adults are good and kids are bad.
Yeah, policemen are always your friend. They help get the cats out of the tree. Yes. They're there to protect and serve. Mm-hmm. I was listening to a podcast or some type of interview with D.L. Hughley. Yeah. And what he said was, yes, that's what the perception is. They're there to protect and serve. That's only really for like white people. But for minorities, they're not there to protect and serve. They're there to keep us in line. Historically, they were always there to just make sure we're not messing up. So if they have a young black or brown kid in an interrogation room, yes, he is a suspect.
Absolutely.
And you don't want your son to basically incriminate himself
or be tricked by the friend.
Right. That's another thing. If he goes in there with somebody else.
No, I meant the cop is his friend. But
I mean, here's the thing about it, man. We grow up and you know what I'm saying, we watching police shows. Yeah. Chips. Yeah. They don't lie.
No, they're good guys. The cops are the good guys.
Hunter didn't lie.
No, the cops are the good guys. Yeah. And a lot of the cops are the good guys. Yeah. But what you don't realize is, sometimes you're being delusional. Kids need to understand that, yes, adults will lie if they need to. Yeah. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious and I'm on it. Kamal, it's time to save a relationship. Okay. Let me tell you something. This one right here today is painful. Because, well, I'm going to tell you why. Tell them what's our tip today for the fellas to save their relationship.
Okay.
All right, guys. Now it's time for the lesson of the day.
I'm going to say, guys, get in the kitchen, man. get in the kitchen and flex your cooking skills.
Let me tell you why. That's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Now, if you cook for your lady, sometimes we forget. In the old school, man, your woman cooked for you, all that stuff. In the old school, you paid all the bills. She stayed at home. But these days, these women are working just as hard, if not even harder, at their job than men. That's just the real talk. This is 2019, and women have a job, right? And they work hard and blah, blah, blah. And so, in a lot of houses, the woman still cooks even though she worked all day. It's nice when every once in a while, even if that's her role, if you because just like it feels good to you to have somebody cook for you, it's going to feel good for her. Now, let me tell you why I cringe at this.
Why?
Because as soon as she finds out that you can cook.
Oh, yeah. Why can't you do this all the time?
You got a new job. You got a new job, dude.
Let's make this every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing about it, man. I would say this. And don't just cook something that, you're pretty good at. Or, when it's my turn to cook, we make burgers and fries or tater tots and hash browns or whatever. Nah, man, go to a cookbook or one of these websites and prepare. Go out and get the ingredients and stuff like that. Get your saute on and chop.
I get my saute on. I ain't no joke. This would happen to me.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm always, sex food. And I decide I'm going to take the food out of the equation. I ain't going to have no more beefs about the food.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to cook. My mom got me right when I was a kid. She always cooked, and not always, but when she cooked, because my mom was busy, so sometimes it was warm up your own food from the freezer. Yeah. But when she cooked, I would sit and watch her cook. I don't know why. I just was attracted to it, right? And so I would watch it, and I actually love to cook. I'm like an artist. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to bring y'all over for a barbecue soon. I'm serious. I get busy, and I've been my barbecue game been going to the next level lately. Kamal.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I like to get into Papa John's theory: better ingredients, better pizza. I don't use the store seasoning. I like to get the real time, the real. The real.
You're not a Lawry's man?
I love Lawry's.
Okay.
Now we can't duplicate Lawry's. Slow down. But I'm talking about the parsley or whatever in the thing. I'll get the fresh parsley. If it calls for parsley, I'm getting fresh parsley. I like to get the fresh herbs. They call me K-herb for a reason. And I get busy on that. To me, that's the secret of the seasoning. The fresh, getting the fresh stuff. So next time when y'all get available, man, we're going to have you over on Saturday so I can try to get down.
I can't cook.
Oh, lucky you.
So when I'm looking at the what do you call it? What's this shit called? The recipe.
Yeah, the recipe.
The recipe, and then you start going down the list of what to do.
Yeah.
It's man, I don't really know how to do some of these things.
Lucky you, man.
I can chop certain things. Mm-hmm. But it's mince the garlic.
What the
hell is mince?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to.
I gotta get up there on YouTube and get a video of how to mince. So for me, it's a chore.
Yeah,
because I don't know what I'm doing, but my wife appreciates it.
That you're at least trying.
Because honestly, man, if you follow the recipe to a T, man, it's probably gonna taste good.
Yeah, it's hard to mess it up.
I'm saying, but it's hard for me. It's not second nature.
Let me give you guys some advice. If you're doing a recipe, look at 3 recipes. Find out what they have in common. Do what they have in common. It's like reading the Bible, the Quran, and whatever, the Jewish book, the Torah. Read all 3. They all gonna say something. Stick to what they say. Stick to what all 3 recipes say. That's my philosophy on cooking. I'll ask my mom. I'll go to Paula Deen. I know she's racist, but she can cook. And I'll go to somebody, whatever. I'll go to people, and I'll take whatever. If they all 3 say the same thing, I treat that as gospel. Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man. A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing was funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there. Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out, and I was like, "Wow, that's dated." Okay, but the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still, Caitlyn.
He's Bruce.
He's Bruce.
I don't talk about him,
but he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce, and this is when I recorded this. But it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called "Be a Man at All Times." Kamal, we have talked about this a couple times, man. I ain't really talked about it publicly except on stage with a joke or two. But my wife, my ex-wife, and my 2/4, I guess, of my children are moving to Texas, like any day now.
Any day?
Yeah, like any day. Like maybe at the end of the week, next week, it's coming.
Oh, it's not scheduled? I mean, they don't have a scheduled day?
I don't know when that day is.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of information. I just know they moving.
You don't get the peace text, whatever?
It ain't like that. But it's painful, dude. It's not, I don't even know how much I could talk about it, man, because I ain't trying to get all sad on the podcast. But I do want the audience is like family. So I want the audience to know what's going on a little bit. I ain't letting people all up in my business. But as a father, man, it's always been important to me to be there for my kids. So I think the thing that's hurting me is that my son is starting high school, my youngest. And I'm going to miss his, I mean, I don't want to say I'm going to miss him, but it's going to be very hard to get to his football games. And I like to make every game. And so him playing, he was going to play here at Damien High School. And that's close. That's easy. You know what I mean? My other son played for Monrovia. That was easy. Every Friday night, game night, the whole family would get together, extended family, people would come in. From, You know what I mean? Every Friday night from when my son was playing at Monrovia. So that was great. So with my youngest boy moving to Texas, man, that's painful. And then my daughter, she's 9, she's moving to Texas too. That sucks for that bond. You know what I mean? The only good news is the oldest son is, and I feel like that was if I was on stage, I'd have the joke right there. The good news is, boom, punchline. But this is the real. My oldest son is actually, he was going to San Diego State last year. He's going to transfer to Mount Sac and play football, where I played football.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went and had a meeting with the coaches. I know a lot of the coaches. We know a lot of the same people. The best thing about it is my oldest son's going to be here. He's going to go to, he's going to play where I played, and I'll be able to have a little bit of that bond, man. But missing my son and my daughter moving to Texas, that's going to be painful. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Self-reflection. Anything you could have done? Anything?
Man, this all goes back to when I cheated on my wife. And she left. It dipped out 7 years ago. About 3 days ago was like the anniversary. 7 years ago. So 7 years later, she moved out of state. Had I not done
out of
that,
state?
Well, 7 years after the day she moved out the house, she's moving out of state.
Okay.
I think about that all the time, man. And then there was another part. There was another time where I had an opportunity to patch it up, but I was like, nah, because I didn't think I could do it. I wanted to be more on my terms. And that's the one I regret more than the first. Like, I don't regret the cheating. I regret that when I had an opportunity to renegotiate, that I didn't do it.
You're a better man than me.
Why?
Well, because I wouldn't allow it to happen.
What do you mean? Oh, the move.
I wouldn't allow it to happen.
Oh, you just been like, not happening.
You can't take my kids.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you permission.
Yeah.
There's no paperwork, or unless there. No, you guys are still.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no paperwork stating that she is the primary caregiver.
Yeah.
So I would just be like, nah. Thought about it.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, nah.
You can go.
Yeah, you can go, but you gotta leave the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're a bigger man than me. I'm a little bit more petty in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit more petty than you are. I don't know if I would even take into consideration if the children would be better off.
Yeah.
Just be like, nah, this doesn't work for me.
Doesn't work for me.
This doesn't.
So you're just going to have to, yeah. That's something I don't even have like a whole lot of thoughts on that right now. I just wanted to keep it real with the audience, let them know what I'm struggling with right now, what's kicking my butt right now, and I just know I didn't choose that route because I'm all about freedom. So if their mom needed this for her for whatever she's going through personally, then I'm gonna let it happen. It's painful, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's it.
Did you how was your Father's Day? Did you
we was together.
Yeah, okay.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was together. It felt special because it felt like it could have been the last one with us all together. Mm-hmm. But I had all 4 of the babies together, so that's a rare occasion. Only like the 4th time too. So
okay.
That was great. Went to church, man.
Okay.
Went to see my boy Pastor Braxton got busy. Actually, he didn't get busy. Miss Linda Davis got busy. That's one of the probably like the first mom of the church. she got busy, and then, you know, it just was good to see my boy Richard's, his kids, his 2 with my 4, little photo op, little hugs. My mom was there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, it was dope.
Up, man.
Yeah, man. I went roller skating Saturday. That was dope.
Okay.
I'm getting back on the skate grind. Your boy's making his comeback.
That's funny.
And then I went to see my dad. Me and my dad had a nice little couple hours just talking, you know, on the couch.
Yeah, man.
Nobody else around, just me and Pops.
It's always good to get that OG wisdom.
OG wisdom, man. But, you know, for my Pops, OG wisdom, you know, my Pops, he dishes it out slowly but strongly. So, you know what I mean? It ain't like it's advice. It's just we sitting there chilling like my grandfather used to with his brother. They sit on the couch for 4 or 5 hours, man, not say a damn word. And at the end, you know, be like, all right, man, see you next week.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
The opposite, my Pops.
What?
He asked me, yeah, man, if you ask my Pops, I mean, if my Pops asked you what's going on, you tell him, he feels it's his duty to advise you.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to him yesterday. I told him about, like, I'm coaching my 6-year-old's basketball team, and we garbage. We getting the shit kicked out of us.
Yeah, y'all need a better coach.
Yeah, we need a better coach. We need a better, we need better everything. And I'm telling them, I don't got no players. And my dad was like, you got to coach them. You got to teach them how to play. Like,
that's right. I know it's hard on that level.
Didn't really think about that, huh, Dad? Hey, come on, man.
You don't say.
Yeah, exactly. But he feels he's gotta always like be schooling his boy.
Yeah.
Like that father son dynamic is never gonna change.
Never.
Like I'm in my 40s, and he's still giving me words of encouragement. You know, he's like my biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
And like always, you know, trying to make me a better person, man.
Yeah.
So, going back to you, I think even if they're, 1,000 miles away, you never lose that dynamic.
Yeah, for me, man, I gotta trust the flow, and the flow is taking her and two of the kids to Texas. I'm gonna go with the flow because that's usually what I do.
Yeah,
it never even dawned on me to tell him no. Like even when I talked to my dad, that never even came up to be like, "Hey, you can't go." That's just not how I get down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna flow with it, and there's gonna be a blessing in it, and I'm gonna be looking for it.
Man, I say daily Skypes.
Yeah, all right. We'll see.
Daily Skypes, man.
Hey, what's up, man? I just had to take a time away from the podcast to let you know. If you want an MRA hat, you can get you one. You know why? Because we got them for sale. 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 You can get you one in red, blue, black, whatever you want. Just go to the website, themrapodcast.com. That is themrapodcast.com and get you one. So Kevin Durant got hurt again. And his mom went on Good Morning America. And she addressed the world, America. All right. Mm-hmm. I didn't like it, bro.
Why not?
I don't like when it feels like your mama's speaking for you. I don't like that look, dog. It bothers me. So when I started like looking into doing a little research, and I realized that I never knew Kevin Durant had his mama's last name, not his daddy's. I was like, so I started looking up like, wait a minute. How come Kevin ain't got a lady? Where's Kevin's? By now, I'm like, somebody had to have cornered him by now and tricked him into matrimony. I mean, just think about the NBA stars. Most of them have been tricked into matrimony by now, by that time.
Or just tricked into like
baby
planting the seed.
Something.
Yeah.
Nothing? So this is just a theory, man. I heard that he had a strong relationship with somebody that didn't work. This is my theory, and this is our show. I'm going to give it to you right now. It feels like, I don't know if Mama Durant got a new man. I hope she does. But it feels like Kevin has replaced her man. She's one of those mamas that has Kevin Durant.
I was going to say, does he seem like the type of person that would have
taken his mom to the prom? Absolutely. That's what it feels like to me. And the fact that I don't see a lady in his life, it makes me wonder. It feels like sometimes, not only when you have your son as your man, not only does that damage your ability to get a man, it damages his ability to have a woman, because your wife takes over for your mama. which is why wives and mamas don't get along so often. Now, I'm going to admit, I don't know Kevin Durant's personal life. I'm just talking about what it looks like. Like we would have a conversation. I'm not going and doing all the research to find out who he's with, how long. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that report right now.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like two dudes in the barbershop. From what I could see, this is how it looks. Like, it's not the first time she's spoken for him. You know what I mean? When he got traded, she went out and defended him. And I'm just like, man, where's he in? Where's Kevin?
I don't like it. I don't like it for a different reason.
Why don't you like it?
Well, I don't like parents if they're not part of the team.
Yes.
Like, I don't like, hey, everybody look at me.
I hate it.
Mama Durant. You know what I'm saying? What's your real name? You go out as Mama Durant.
Yes. Go as Wanda, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Mama Durant.
Yeah.
Basically,
It's
he's
about me.
making a name off my son's fame.
Lonzo Ball.
I was gonna get into that, but
Yeah.
Drake's dad. We talked about him a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Like, man, like, get your own shit. Unless, like I said, unless you're part of the team. You know what I'm saying? You're management.
Yeah. Like Kim Kardashian's mom's management, but I still don't like
I don't like
that
it
either.
But hey, man, she's getting a piece of this, so she's gonna make sure. You know, if my daughter's gonna say the wrong thing, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna say the right thing because that's part of the family brand.
Yes.
Same thing with LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying? It's the money.
Yes.
You know, however, I was gonna say, do you have a problem with LeVar Ball? Because he would do the same thing. As a matter of fact, his son got traded.
Yeah. I hated that.
His son got traded Saturday.
As a part of as a part of the big story, Anthony Davis coming to the Lakers.
Right.
LeVar Ball is one of the people going, and he made a statement that the Lakers would never win a championship again.
But he was on ESPN this morning saying this was his plan all along.
Oh my god!
To get traded to the New Orleans Hornets. Pelicans.
Oh my god!
Well, obviously he's lying. He's trying to throw a spin on it and stuff like that because, you know, I guess it's the perception of some is once you get traded, especially a young player, is you're a failure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a bust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I have a problem with, like, you have grown up kids. Why are their parents speaking for them?
Exactly.
Or I don't like that in general.
It just doesn't feel right. It feels like you've neutered your child.
Right. And I think that's, these, like, Kevin Durant's 30. Lonzo Ball is probably around 21, maybe.
20,
if that.
yeah, 2-ish, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it makes the kid look weak.
It does. Now, here's my problem with it, and help me out because I could be acting sexist. I've known to do that a few times. I feel like it's worse when it's opposite gender. For instance, if Beyonce's daddy's speaking for her, it makes her look even more weak. It looks like she can't speak. And if Kevin Durant's mama's speaking for him, it makes him look more weak. It bothers me less if it's LeVar speaking for his son or if it's Kris Kardashian speaking for Kim Kardashian. It doesn't feel as abrasive to me as when it's opposite gender. How do you feel about that?
Not to me. It just makes all of it look weak. Mm-hmm. It makes it look like, man, Dad, I need you to handle this for me. Mom, I need you to handle this for me.
Get out in front of this for me.
Protect me.
Yeah.
It's that same person, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Mom is coming to the playground because you got your ass kicked.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying, coach is tripping. Pops, come talk to him for me.
Now, let me say this. I went and talked to my son's coaches at Mount Sac. I made sure I turned it on, talked about the people we knew. One of the associate head coaches, is one of the reasons why I made it to Southern, because he stayed on me about my grades. I was glad he was still there. I wanted to give him the proper introduction.
No, that's not a problem.
But when it comes to, hey, coach, how come my son's not playing? Nah, dog.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know why my son ain't playing if he ain't playing.
Yeah. That's something I tell my son.
Coaches want to win.
Yeah. I tell my son, man, go talk to the coach, find out what you need to do. Mm-hmm. And then you bring that shit back to me and we'll work on that.
Or when he was younger, I would go up to the coach after practice and be like, what can we work on?
Exactly. Not like, hey, how
and
come
I might even do that in college.
Right.
Or maybe it's too far. I don't know. Maybe it's too grown.
But basically, you're not undermining the coach.
No. What do we need to work on?
Right. And so it seems like LeVar Ball, Mama Durant, the Jenner chick.
Yeah.
I can see basically if, Kim wasn't out front, or one of them daughters wasn't out front at the school play, or like the little dance. Whenever I could see mom like, hey,
trying to move her. I need her. Why can't we move her to the front and center? Yeah,
right.
Stage mom.
Yeah. So I don't like it whatsoever.
I hate it,
and I think it's lame, dude. I think it's lame. You're a grown up. You're a multi-millionaire. Them checks are written out to you. You know,
let me tell you something. What it makes me feel, man. It makes me wonder. Now, Kevin Durant's daddy allegedly came back when he was 13, right? But this is going to be this. I'm about to go way out on a limb here. It really, because it bothered me when Kevin Durant joined Golden State. I felt like that shit was weak. I felt like it was a bitch ass move, right? And it bothered me when LeBron did the thing when he switched teams too. Now, no daddies in neither one of their lives for the most part, right? I'm wondering, is that a no daddy thing when they did that? Because I felt like it was a bitch move. Now, I like LeBron James, and I like him better than Kevin Durant, but I felt like that was a blemish on his legacy when he had to leave and go try to join another team to win a championship. I felt like he should have he should have recruited people to join him. Don't go join another man's kingdom. You know what?
I had a theory. I mean, I don't know that to be true. I think there's some definitely validity to it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a theory.
What's that?
That a lot of these guys who were raised by the single moms, they weren't winners. You know, like the Iversons and stuff like that. Like they would lose, but like Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas,
daddies.
You know, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, daddies.
You know, these guys had their pops around. You know, and it was just something like a toughness, you know, that you learn from your pops. Like, you know, like my wife is a great mom. But when my son falls, where she's so concerned and running up, and you know, she'll pick him up if he's crying and stuff like that.
That's why you need to be there.
I remember distinctively me falling down, my pops telling me to get up. You know what I'm saying? I remember that.
Yeah.
You know, like shake it off. Shake it off. That's my father. I was just saying, shake it off. And so that's something that I'm not saying a woman can't teach that.
You need balance, man.
Right.
You need balance. Mama's gonna care where you don't care, and daddy's gonna be a little cold when mama just can't. She's not even designed to be as cold as daddy can be.
And that coldness is getting them ready for the world.
Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we trying to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. There's a difference between men and women's philosophy, right, Kamal?
Yeah.
And I dealing in romantic relationships. I deal with what I hear the shit that a young lady will say, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? That shit is, we can't say that, right?
Yeah. And
J.Lo said some shit that only a young lady could say. Because if a guy said it,
she's not young.
Only a lady can say. Because if a guy said it, he's either going to come off cold or off. She says her first 2 marriages don't count. Now, come on. She said, I've been married 4 times.
3.
She's been married 3 times. She's about to be the 4th. I've been married 3 times. Once was 9 months and once was 11 months. So I don't really count those. What? I do.
Yeah.
You got married.
A-Rod does. A-Rod's boys do. His boys count them. For real, homie?
Duh. This is number 4, bruh. I don't count those. Let me tell you something. She said, J.Lo says she's found the one. Let me tell you why I count them. Because she thought they were the one. She doesn't have a history of being able to decide who's the one.
Right.
That is he's the one. Radar is off completely. Your record is 11 years, and I applaud 11 years because that's a hell of a run for a relationship. But for a marriage, it's not. You know, so she says, I don't know. I didn't like it come out. How do you feel about it?
No, I feel like she's a person, I could be wrong, who just has to be married.
She likes being married.
She likes being married. And see, I have a problem with that, man. I believe in fit. I believe in fit. I believe in compatibility. I don't believe in, you know, it's 1914 and I need a woman to help raise my kids, or to give me kids to help tend my farm. So I'm gonna go down to my next door neighbors and just get his daughter and marry her. And that's how we gonna roll.
You know what's funny is they talked about that. We're gonna get into Red Table later, as we said in the cold open, but they talked about that on the Red Table a little bit. How back in the day in marriage was less about love; it was more about responsibilities.
Yeah.
And now that marriage is about love, I think it actually hurts marriage.
That's personally. About love. Well, the thing about it is, see, there's a honeymoon period, and so love can blind you.
Yeah,
you think you're in love with this person, but until you guys have some serious conflict,
come on now,
you know, and you see how this person reacts, see how you react. You know, when everything is roses.
Yeah.
When everything is roses, man, you know, everything looks good. Yes, I want to be married to this person. You know, it's like a captain of an airplane.
Yeah.
It's great when it moves, you know.
Yeah, that's not why he's a captain. He's not captain for the good times, buddy. He's captain for the catastrophe.
Right.
And see, this is why I think an arranged marriage has a better shot than a love marriage.
Why is that?
Personally. Because if you get in an arranged marriage, you know it ain't about love. It's about job. It's about commitment. It's about we gonna make this work. But when you're getting married out of love, it's about the love. So when the love feeling fades, you think your relationship should be over so you can go get that feeling again for another temporary amount of time.
But see, the arranged marriage, I think, is even worse because you really don't know this person. This person, when there's conflict, might cut and run.
True, but they can't.
Why can't they?
That's true.
Now I get you saying like in different countries or whatever. Like I don't know like the cultural.
If they're brainwashed to not cut and run,
yeah,
and to just get through it.
But or still, not even cut and run, but just provide nothing. You don't know. Like I said, like you know this captain. Let's go back to our analogy with the flying.
Sure.
This captain who is about to, you know, is turbulent.
Yeah.
The air is turbulent. He knows what to do, but he freezes.
Oh man, bitch ass dude.
Exactly.
Where was your daddy, nigga?
Yeah. So you don't know anything about arranged marriage. You just don't know. You know what their parents and like, their spokespeople told you. So honestly, man, I believe in really truly getting to know your partner. Shit, move in, live like you guys are married.
You mean do a trial run?
Do a trial run, baby. Take it for a test drive. You know what I'm saying?
Well, fuck that test drive shit because first of all, the test drive ain't gonna be long enough, Kamal.
Well,
you ain't gonna test drive through adversity.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
The thing about here's the issue. Men usually get pressured. So if we move in together,
yes,
the man's getting pressured. Why are we doing this? We need to get married. That's coming from the lady.
Yes, of course.
So they get married before really like the real adversity hits.
Yes.
Instead of let's just see.
Let's see where
this thing is going.
Yeah, let's see how we work together.
Organically, instead of just like forcing everything, because again, you truly don't know a person until you see them through some type of some extreme situation or some chaos.
Hey, come on, we got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, I wonder what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens. We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamal.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamal, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get the headphones on and I listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen. So I have to, try to act like I'm paying attention to him. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man. Yeah. Pretend like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I picked Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think.
Yeah,
and I just get to listen. But I want to know what are the people listening? What are y'all doing? Let us know. Kamal, I said that Wendy Williams will be back with Kevin Hunter. So far, it is not looking good for my prediction. my Cardi B, I hit it hard. I hit it quick. I hit it right on the head. She came back quickly. This right here, Wendy Williams is not back with Kevin Hunter yet. They're not divorced yet, I don't think. But she got a new boo.
This one ain't gonna work.
There's no way it's gonna work. She got a new boo, dog.
This one ain't gonna work.
This dude is why is it not gonna work?
Well, just the
you're so Bill Cosby with yours. You're like, well, let me tell you a story. Everybody
the power structure.
Yeah, man. Oh,
the power structure, man. This guy's a young dude. He's done some time.
Armed robbery.
Right.
Yes.
And so he probably feels he's hit the lottery.
He has.
So if he feels he hits the lottery, and she kind of knows that he hit the lottery.
Yes.
She's really going to respect this, man.
She's not. No. And she's going to talk to him the wrong way eventually.
Well, I think that she's probably already talking to him the wrong way or just treating him the wrong way.
No,
like,
she's not.
Is that him carrying her stuff?
Of course, man. He's carrying somebody's stuff. And I'm guessing it's either something she bought for him or he's carrying this Periolis bag. It looked like a suit. I'm going to say it's his.
And I'm looking at this picture of her with the cash.
Yes. They're going to the ATM. She's getting out cash.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, this ain't going to work, man. What she's used to is her husband running the show. She's used to a man dictating how she does things.
Yes.
Now she's having fun. This is like a little fling right now.
This is a little fling.
But
because she was embarrassed.
Right.
Publicly. And she even said on TMZ, my husband had a whole baby on me. And this is just me having, I'm trying to have some fun.
Yeah, she's having fun with the pool boy right now.
Yeah.
That's what this man is.
Yeah.
And
it's got to be public because she was publicly humiliated.
Right. He's a young.
So she's showing, look, I got me a young roughneck rocking his wave cap.
He's a young roughneck. Taking care of this man is going to get old real quick.
What woman really wants full-time taking care of a man?
Right.
Women don't mind investing in a man,
right.
Temporarily investing in a man. But this is. I mean, did you not learn from Kevin Hunter? You got Kevin Hunter the job that he got.
Right.
You built this man.
Well, see, I think I would argue that Kevin Hunter built her.
Ooh, I like it. And I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
I believe Kevin Hunter is the one in her ear.
Yes.
Telling her what she needs to be doing and
Absolutely.
stuff like that.
This
and
dude probably ain't qualified for that.
I don't think he even knows the business, savvy enough. So she might even try to have him on set. But if he doesn't know how this shit's run, he's gonna look like a fool. And I think Wendy Williams probably at this point in her life, she doesn't know it, but I think she needs somebody
like Kevin Hunter,
right? Like Monique. Monique needs that alpha male.
Yeah. Oh, somebody that because ain't nobody. Everybody bows down to Wendy.
Right.
And so Kevin was the only dude that would tell her. That's why I felt like he got it up. He has the power to get her back.
Well, no, I think this is a fling.
And she called it a fling. She said no strings attached fun,
right.
Which is what every man I know would love.
Yeah, or she's gonna go to a boss figure. So even if it's not Kevin Hunter,
so that's when I should be worried.
Yeah.
If I'm Kevin Hunter, if she gets with the CEO of this or this Egyptian
some Andre
Muslim
Harrell
king
type of dude or something like that.
You know these black singer women they get with these billionaire Middle Eastern.
Hey, I'm not feeling that.
You don't like that?
I'm not.
You don't like it because they outsource it?
Not only that, because it's like, man, like regular dudes have no shot.
They shouldn't have no shot, dog. You gotta have the dough.
I get it, but I still come from the school of if your gift of gab is right.
Yeah. Use that gift of gab to get some money, then you can have her. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Come on, I want to talk to you about a double standard.
What are you talking about?
Robin Givens used to be with Howard Stern, which I never knew about. Did you know about that?
No, not at all.
Never heard, yeah. So Robin Givens was on a report on the news, or whatever, having an interview, and somebody mentioned that that Howard Stern always talks about having a small penis. That's like his go-to joke, right? What do they call that? What do they call that? What do they call that? Like your stick. There you go, stick. So she said, "Nah, that's not true, man. Howard Stern was a magnificent lover. It's unbelievable. It was all good. It was really good." Dog, if a man said that about a woman who's married, like Kim K, it would be a flag on the play, at least from me. Not from you, because you have a different philosophy, right? You think she deserves...
Whoa, wait. I don't know. Howard's married?
Yeah.
I thought they got a divorce a long time ago.
Nah, he got a new wife.
Oh.
He's been married for maybe 10 years. Because when I was listening, I'm pretty sure Howard is married. Beth Stern or some shit.
Okay. And so she's talking about a married man's sex life.
Nice size penis.
Everybody mentions Kim Kardashian and her skills in the bed.
Yeah.
Is definitely committing the flag.
Flag on the play.
And yeah, definitely Robin Givens. I mean, women get a pass for certain shit. Mm-hmm. Women can actually catcall and sexual harass us, and it's not that big a deal. We had a Dear Irby about the guy. He was saying like women were like having sex with him or drugging them or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
And he was saying like, man, it's not okay.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Police ain't gonna press no charges.
No.
I told you about my ex-wife sprayed me with the water hose.
Yeah.
And we went I went to the police station to file a report. Nigga damn near laughed at me.
He did laugh at you, dude. That's hilarious, man.
And so here's the thing about it.
And although that, we ain't done. Cardi B talked about
drugging dudes,
right? Tying them up, robbing them. She's not falling. I'm pretty sure she's still with Pepsi.
Yeah.
Let that been a dude saying he tied a woman up and robbed her.
Right. Here's the thing about it. Now that J.Lo's about to get married to A-Rod, they're not gonna ask Puffy about like, you know.
I mean, how was that ass, dog?
Right.
Yeah.
That would be off limits. You know what I'm saying? And if Puffy answered, it'd be worse on Puffy.
Yeah.
Right? But just the audacity to think you can ask that question.
Mm-hmm.
Like they asking Robin about Howard Stern's, you know what I'm saying, his swipe. It's like, man, that's just a bad question. And yeah, she's supposed to be like, I don't kiss and tell.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know if she's, you know, trying to get some notoriety.
Little fame, little notoriety. But she was like, Howard Stern was great. He was great in bed.
Nah, I don't
Well, speaking of this, man, we talked about Puffy, man. We you know, you just brought up Puffy right now. And Puffy did an Instagram post where he sent a shout out to his ex-girlfriend. All right, we're going to talk about that when we get right back.
Okay.
Are you yelling at your radio right now? You know, what the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. You know, just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at The MRA Podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
You know, so we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kamal. Puffy's ex, Cassie, is getting married, pregnant. What's the deal with her? But basically, Diddy, he had on Instagram, he said, "Congratulations at Cassie and Alex. I wish you all the best," or whatever he said. Do you believe him? Do you think he's really happy for him?
I don't think. I mean, pretty sure. Yeah, I'm sure he's happy, but he probably felt he was obligated to say something, even though probably he didn't need to say anything.
Why do you think he did it?
Well, because like you started off, Puffy's ex-girl.
Yeah.
When I read the article, I saw Diddy's ex is pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So every time they mention Cassie, they mention him first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it just goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, Diddy's ex-girl, Cassie. Hey, you remember Cassie? She was with Diddy. And so he probably feels like, I have to say something.
Yeah.
It's because his name is getting mentioned. You know, he's trending
Yeah.
for like the wrong reason. He ain't had nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
So he feels like, let me say something because I know people going to ask. Let me just get this out in the way because people going to ask me, hey, your ex-girl is pregnant. What do you feel about that? And so instead of just catching them off guard, let me take 5 minutes, think of something cool to say, really generic.
Yeah.
Say this, and that's my statement, and keep it pushing.
I don't know, man. I would hate to have to make an announcement, because I'm like, man, I'm not happy for you.
But he can't say that.
I'm not happy for you. I'm wondering when when I'm gonna cash in some of this residual ass. When you coming back?
Yeah, whoa, this is going a little too far.
I know this is bit I can't smash.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah.
I smashed the ex with the baby in the belly before, but it's not something I would want to do. I did it way back in the day. Yeah. I wouldn't make a living off of that as an adult. Yeah, I did it as a high school kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a college kid, but that's ridiculous, man. I'm not sending this text, man. I'm not sending this, and if I do, it's fake. I'm not. I don't believe he really meant it.
Well, possible if he's over. I mean, think about it is, if he's over Cassie,
yeah,
and it's like he's genuinely like, hey, man, I'm good.
Yeah, I think it's a move. I think it's a move to show that he's over her.
Yeah,
that's why he congratulated her. Let me show you how much I'm not tripping. Here you go, congratulations. I'm not tripping. Have fun. Yeah,
don't nobody. The way I take it is, don't nobody ask me about this. Let me just get it out front.
Yeah, get in front of it because Puff is smart and calculated.
Yeah, I've made my statement. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, so don't come to me.
Yeah, I've already. Here you go. You want to see how I feel?
There you go.
Check my Instagram. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Letters.
Normally we have a Dear Irby letter, but this time we're going to talk about the Red Table Talk. And what happened was, did you watch Red Table Talk?
Man, slowly becoming one of my favorite shows.
It's a good show, huh?
Yeah.
Low key. Don't tell nobody.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a good show, but on the Red Table Talk, they basically had, let me think, what's her name? Esther Perel. That's her name. I only know because I got one of her books. One of my favorite books is Sex at Dawn. And I think she had some like quotes in the book. And like at the end, it was like, these are the authors we got our research from. She was one of them. Okay. So then I started checking her stuff out. But she's low key, little new agey, but she's still a little bit old school. Maybe a little bit too much for my taste, but I still like her.
Okay.
And
what is she?
She's a relationship therapist. Like she's the real thing, though. The doctor and stuff. Like she's what we are, but she's the real thing.
She studied for it.
Yeah, she studied for it. We just a couple niggas talking shit. So on the Red Table Talk, they were talking about infidelity. There was, great episode. Jada's mom blew me away, bruh.
Yeah. Because
I didn't realize I said, oh, okay, that's why Jada's so damn tight. Because her mama is not monogamous.
Yeah.
So her mama helps her to see the other side. It always takes a woman to change women's minds. Just like I talked about, Gwyneth Paltrow can help change marriage because she doesn't live with her man full time. Once a woman does it, women are like, that might benefit me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when Jada's mama's not monogamous, that helps her to not look at monogamy as mandatory. It helps her to open her brain of, it's just not this sleazy man thing. Her own mama's not monogamous.
Right.
So then if her man isn't, he's no longer evil because her mama ain't evil.
Well, and plus, it takes away that thing about like all men are dogs, all men cheat. So it takes away that man hatred.
That myth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That man myth that makes women angry.
Yeah.
So they talked about infidelity, and they had Esther Perel, who's a real doctor, a real, has that real medical advice. And they had women ask questions. Mm-hmm. But what I noticed was they were asking questions of 3 women. And that's really what the MRA podcast is about. It's about helping women understand a man's point of view of their questions. So what I decided to do for this episode is to push our Dear Irby letter to next week. And sorry, you'll get read, but just not this week. And to address the Red Table Talks questions with our point of view. You cool with it?
Yeah. Let's go.
One woman said she was with a man who was separated. I was like, oh, red flag. He has since gotten back to his wife. And, of course, I thought, of course he went back to his wife. Dudes don't like to leave their wife. It's like, if niggas like, look, man, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? It's hard enough to get a man to want to do it. Yeah. But once he decides to do it, man, he's like, man, I'm cool with this.
It probably takes a couple separations for the nigga to really
be done. Or really for her to be done, and the nigga just be like, whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm still in love with him, and he still wants to communicate with me. Should I stay with the man who went back to his wife? That felt like a dumb fucking question to me.
Your answer is yes?
Should she stay? No. It seems obvious. He went back to his wife. Well,
basically, should she stay on as the backup quarterback?
As the friend.
Yeah.
I love what they said on Red Table Talk, though. Because she forced the lady to admit, you don't really want this role. You want to start. Mm-hmm. If you're cool with the side role, I would say be there. You'll still get some of his love. You'll get some of his time. But if you think you're going to put his wife out of business, you're a motherfucking fool.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I wholeheartedly agree. And that's the problem, man. It's like everybody wants the glory. Mm-hmm. And for certain women, they think marriage is the glory. Mm-hmm. You get the wedding pictures, you get the house, you get the Facebook post, you get to show people the ring. That's the glory.
That's what they want.
That's what they've been practicing for all these years.
You get to be Mrs. Him.
Right.
You get to represent him.
Right.
You get to be like Kevin Durant's mama.
Right. Basically, the marriage is getting hoisted on the shoulders of your teammates saying, I'm going to Disneyland.
Yeah,
right?
You won.
You don't want to be like offensive guard.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to be the MVP.
Right, you want to be the MVP.
The face of the franchise.
Face of the franchise. And so that's something that they have to wrestle with. Mm-hmm. And if you want that role, mm-hmm. this man obviously is not the one for you. Now, you can try to wait it out.
Yeah.
Hoping that it goes wrong. And sometimes, man, what they do, man, they trying to sabotage the shit.
I hate that woman.
Yeah.
But the relationship's going to end eventually. Most relationships don't last forever. You get a good... J.Lo's marriage, 11 years max.
Yeah.
So if you can wait 11 years, he'll eventually be done with her.
And she said he was younger.
What do you mean?
The guy. She said the guy was younger than...
Oh, yeah. She had a younger man.
She has a younger man.
So wait 11 years. Just be patient.
Just be patient. But no, I would say, man, go out and hit the dating field again, man. Mm-hmm. Just, I know you like this guy. You think you like this guy. But you came at a time in his life where he was vulnerable.
Yeah.
But it was through a separation. You didn't catch him in his right frame of mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He probably was thinking about his wife. Mm-hmm. He was thinking about divorce. I don't know if he had kids. He's got a lot of shit going on.
And plus, he might have wanted something different. He might have needed some variety.
And she just filled the void.
Yeah, and she actually could still fill that void because he's still going to need variety. Right. He's still reaching out.
But man, you don't want a used car. You want your own shit. So,
yeah, but she may be only be able to afford a used car. She gonna be holding out, saving her money, and she ain't never gonna get that Benz. So I think we have a disagreement on here. You're saying she should cut bait.
Oh yeah,
and I'm saying she should entertain other dudes, but I don't think to me it's hard to find that right connection. And you can go entertain them.
It is hard to find it.
And so you entertain other dudes, but understand that might be your dude. That married dude might be your dude.
So what happens when it's the right? You know what I'm saying? The right situation. Well, you said it's hard to find what?
The right connection.
What if it's the right connection but the wrong situation?
That's usually what that's where people are fucking up. Because in America, we're a monogamous society. But in my opinion, spiritually, that's not real. So sometimes your mate is with somebody else. Because in my opinion, in the spiritual realm, I don't only belong to this other person. So I might be a match with, 5 to 7 other women. Hopefully. So I'm joking, but I might be a match, you know what I mean? And so those women and I are actually a good match. But because in our society we don't allow it, those women try to replace me with somebody else.
The lionesses don't get jealous of each other, right? They go hunt together.
Who's the lioness?
The lioness.
Oh, the lioness. Yeah, exactly. In reality, they should be hunted together.
They do.
I know.
The women.
Yeah, these women need to get along.
Grocery shopping.
Yes,
because all right. So I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna take care.
That's real. No, don't get it. We get a little bit too real.
I'm gonna make the guacamole because mine's better. You fry the shells.
Yeah. Let me do the potato salad because you don't do potato salad. And I'll do the fried chicken. You do the potato salad. All right, the next one is the hard part of infidelity is the secrecy. The secrecy gives a feeling of betrayal that creates the lying, the violation of trust, and makes women crazy in their mind because they think something is a certain way, and then they find out their reality is crushed. If men know this, why do they keep secrets?
Well, I think, they keep secrets because they don't trust that the woman is going to be cool with it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The truth. They don't think you can handle the truth.
Yes.
They think you'll leave.
People can't handle the truth.
They cannot.
And one thing I liked about the Red Table Talk, they said this stuff should be like pre-negotiated. I know you talked about that as well. Yeah. You should discuss this stuff
when the stakes are low.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, when you don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. Hey, about like slipping up every now and again. What's your feeling on that? Uh-huh. You know,
that because Jada's mom was saying how she had to realize that can't be assumed. You assumed I was going to be faithful. I never said I would.
Yeah,
you assumed I would, and I never said I would. Matter of fact, I said I wouldn't.
Well, the vows kind of
they don't say that.
Yeah, it does.
No, they don't. Man, go through them in your mind. They don't. Trust me.
I know mine didn't. I purposely left mine out.
I know the regular vows. They talk about sickness, health. They never say I'll only be with you and I'll be faithful.
Forsaking all
to
others.
Having a hold forsake. That don't mean that could just mean forsake the friends.
I thought it meant like, man,
don't let me get. We'll break down. We might have to break down the vows next episode. All right. Let's keep. So anyway, I'll answer this too. Why do men keep secrets? Because they don't want to hurt their woman's feelings. Period. And I didn't realize until she said how much that shatters their brain and makes them crazy because they thought this was reality.
And they thought maybe it's something wrong with them. And
yeah.
Like,
no.
You're good. You're great.
You're perfect. I just need to go smash something else every once in a while. You know, the same way you don't want to eat the same food 7 days a week. And the reason why we have the MRA podcast is so women can hear this so often that they start to understand men are not what you think. Listen to the MRA podcast. These fellas will absolutely tell you the truth about how men are. Because men aren't what you think. They're different and they're still okay. Next one. A young girl wanted to know why would he cheat on me if I was so good to him? I'll take this one.
Okay.
Well, probably your dude wasn't monogamous and he wanted some ass on the side. It doesn't matter how good you are to him. It doesn't matter how you could be the perfect girlfriend. Women think if I'm great to him, he won't need other ass. Not true.
Well, I'm going to disagree with that.
Go ahead.
I think the perfect girlfriend, you wouldn't need to cheat. However, her perception of herself might just be off. Mm. She thinks she was perfect because I told him what to do. I got him this job. I motivated him every day. Mm-hmm. I ironed his clothes for him. I did. Basically, he had, you know what I'm saying, a mom. Mm-hmm. And she thought because she was perfect because she gave him what she thought he needed.
Come on.
That was perfect.
Well, she didn't find out his definition of perfect. That's number one. And number two, I have to disagree with you. If he's not monogamous, there's nothing she could do about it. If he's not monogamous, she could be absolutely perfect. I've had women that were absolutely perfect, and they still weren't enough.
Well, the not monogamous guy is a type, right?
Yes.
That's not every guy.
That's not every guy.
So why would he cheat on me if I was so good to him? The guy could have been
if he was monogamous, why did he cheat? Because you were wrong. You thought that's what he needed.
Right.
And you missed some spots.
Right. Or if she was really perfect and he just wasn't monogamous.
Yeah, those are your two choices.
Or it could be both.
Yeah, it could be both. Last one. My man lost his job and we had to move to Vegas. I cheated on him. I don't know why. Why do you think I did this? I know. Theory.
Yeah, of course.
What do you think about?
Because, man, like you always say, man's number one job is to provide.
Yes.
Provide and protect.
Yes.
And he broke one of these commitments.
Yes.
And you probably felt betrayed.
Yes.
That's what it was. You felt betrayed. How can this man...
But nobody wants to talk about these roles anymore.
Right.
But she doesn't understand. She's carnally attracted to a provider.
Yeah.
And not only that, when he stopped providing, he started feeling like a bitch.
Yeah.
It fucked his confidence up. because he knew he wasn't doing his position. It would be like if a woman's vagina got sewed shut. She should feel horrible because she's no longer meeting his number one need.
Right. And so she doesn't know why, but she looked at him differently.
If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
On Twitter, at Angry Kamau.
I'm on Twitter as well, at Kyle Irby. Also, that is my Facebook and Instagram. We are both at The MRA Podcast. You can find us, hit us up, ask a question, vent, do whatever you want to at The MRA Podcast. That is our social. You can find me at www.kyleirby.com. That's where you see some of my commercials, some of my comedy videos, all that stuff. And also you can listen to every episode of the MRA Podcast at themrapodcast.com. Get yourself a hat. You can send us a message there as well. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.